Hello and welcome to the first round of the FRL Season 1 Division 1 Championship. Today we have got 9 drivers in game right now out of 14. We are expecting 13 drivers for today as one driver is not able to come. Where the other remaining 3 drivers have gone. 4 drivers. I'm not sure. Hope they're going to join last minute. Yep. Okay, and now it's almost time to start qualifying. So let me again configure everything. So we're going to have a 10-minute qualifying, and we are going to have a 23 lap. Going to have a 23 lap race. Meanwhile, I'm going to try to commentate a little bit and try to keep an eye on everything else to see who's in game, who is missing right now. Then I am going to take note of those people. Okay, who is missing? We've got one missing. Team's complete. One extra driver to join, 2 more, that's good. Okay, so we are missing. Let me start over again. This one. No, that one's here. Missing 3 drivers. No. 2. Yeah, 3, but 1 did notify his absence in advance, so that's good. The rest are simply the remaining ones simply missing. Okay, let's go back to our qualifying session. So I'm going to have a look at the chat as well. So we now have 11 drivers on track right now, all trying to set the best qualifying time they can. And Lee Dabs is the first driver to set his lap time, a 138.8, as he's going profitable right now. Let's see who else is anywhere close to finish line. No one else seems to be right now. I can imagine some drivers are going to try to slipstream each other, especially if they are teammates, to gain the upper hand. As now Upperkey has done a 137 RX a 138.4, that would be. So it's now a 1-2 for that team, as they are probably slipstreaming each other to get an advantage. See, let's look at what we've happened right now. He's soon going to cross line, as is Little Audi. We've got the Temi in 4th place right now, setting his first lap time, a 1:39.1. Audi now going pole with a 1:37.7. Hartmann a 1:36, and Dakar with a 1:36.3. Taking advantage of the slipstream. As Anthony's quite far down the order right now, I'm pretty sure he's still getting warmed up. Spresser, AG, also still, I think they are planning on slipstreaming each other. And we've got Blaine, the last car to set a lap time. He's going to go 3rd place, 1 second off Dakar, who is in the lead. Let's have a look on board. Let's have a look at our provisional pole sitter, Dakar. Let's see how he's going along. I believe he is carrying on with a 2nd flying lap, so let's see what lines he's taking. Using an off curb on the exit, using all space available, a little bit cutting the corner. He may get in trouble for that. I think as he is retiring to the pits, so he definitely didn't get away with that one. Then let's have a look at the guy who is just in 2nd place with less than 1/10 away from our provisional pole sitter. Let's see what he's going to do. Imagine if someone saw us on the grid. Yes, about that. Just like yesterday, we are going to ignore the in-game starting lights. We're going to allow everyone to check if they're able to move the car, and if everyone is able to move the gas. Hartmann is disconnected from the game actually. So if everyone is able to move, if we're sure of that, then I am going to do a manual countdown in the chat, and we will be starting the race that way. So no one will get called out by having a stall at the start. So it's all fair for everyone. So Ian Dapp's just improved to P4 as he is now retiring to the pits. There's no tyre wear here, so everyone should be able to carry on the flying laps without any tyre degradation. As we've got 3 guys really close together. The two, let me look up the team name, because I still have to learn all the team names. The Spinella, the beautiful name Spinella F1 team, trying to slipstream each other to get most out of their qualifying session. Of course, teammates, especially around a track like this, it's worth slipstreaming, because however, even though there is dirty air, the slipstream is worth it to stack behind each other. So now I've got 4 cars in one image right now. So I've got the 2 Spinella cars, and with Spinella cars, let me pronounce it properly, Spinella, okay. And we've got the Opel X cars just behind. And a little bit further behind those 2 guys, we've got the Hellas racing car of Anthony Grease. I believe one driver has left the session, I'm pretty sure. No, never mind, I'm sorry. I don't think anyone's left. As we see a change of position, I believe, not sure who just improved. Someone improved to a high position. Dakar's up into 2nd right now, only 1/10 away from Blaine, who I believe has. Yep, I believe Blaine has just taken pole position. I'm sorry. Blaine just took provisional pole, so he probably had some slipstream from his teammate. They were, if you kept an eye on the chat, you could see that they were discussing to give each other a slipstream. So here's the result of the slipstream. Blaine shooting from, I believe, what was P4 to P1 right now, and that's going to give him 2 extra points if he can maintain that pole position. Let's have a look at his closest challenger at the moment, Dakar. He doesn't have anyone in front of him to give him slipstream, so he's going to, as he is slowing down, I think he may be waiting for his teammate to, that would be my guess. Hartman is certainly waiting for his teammate to give him a tow. And let's see who else may be waiting for the teammate. Little Ollie, I think, is carrying on his own. He seems to be going at full speed right now. Here's the train we were looking for. So we've got the, again, still got the two Spinella cars and the one Opax car. Did I get that right? Opar X, sorry. Okay, so let's have a look at this train. Let's see if the slipstream is doing any favors for those guys. I think the main pathway you want to give your teammate slipstream would be on the pit straight, which is the longest straight on the entire track, and I'm pretty sure it's going to give you multiple tenths. Oh, it seems that the challenge from the Agin Racing Squad guys in the pink cars have had their laps ruined due to a track extension penalty, so I don't think any of those guys are going to improve. Let's have a look at Darkar, who is now in second place. Just started a new lap, but he has no teammate to give him slipstream. So it's going to be hard for him to, so what's looking like for qualifying session, you got to have a teammate to give you a tow, but right now I'm not sure how he managed to get in second place. Maybe he managed to get a tow as he got caught in the cutting warning, so surely that is the end of his run in this qualifying session. And so I believe one person, I believe Leon just gained position from Little Aldi. Up into fourth place he goes. As now one by one everyone is crossing the line. Now it's just Anthony's, Blaine and Darkar who have to finish their laps. Anthony's, is he going to improve? No, he isn't. 6 seconds off the pace, quite a lot. Then we've got Darkar, who is still on his lap. Let's look on board with him now, as he is the last guy to finish his lap. As I'm taking a few, taking some water right now because it's pretty warm where I am right now, and that Stark has run over, and that means that Blaine will take home the first pole position of this season with a 1:36.1. And now we're going to go straight to the race. I'm going to remind everyone not to start. To remind the drivers not to go when the in-game lights go out because of the stalling bug, which unfortunately still is an issue here. Lights out, and let's see if everyone is able to move. I see only yeses. Oh, one guy leaned up to the back now, he's starting to move, so I think we're all set. Leon, are you able to move yet? Going to wait a few moments until he is able to move, because last time we had one guy Is Leon able to move yet? He's able to move his tyre, so that's something. Okay, so we're good to go. One confirmation. 2, 1. I didn't say go, guys. A very nice way to start our first Division 1 race. Let's get everyone back on the grid. Good, I think. Okay, I think we're all sorted now, and so we're waiting for one more guy. Okay, let's go. Going to count down again. And it's lights out, and we will go for the first round of Division 1, the first ever Division 1 race in FRL, and it looks like Blaine has gone off to a good start. He is maintaining the lead from his pole position with Darkar just behind, as they are now exchanging very close to each other. Blaine seems to have a slight breakaway from Darkar behind, so we've got some position changing further at the back. Uppercade dropping down the order back down to 10th place, now fighting with Anthony for the final point. The final position. Splash dropping a few places as well right there. May have made a mistake or have gotten a penalty. It's very close, as you can see on the back of the screen, between the two Spinella cars and the silver player, as there's RX going very wide coming out of the fast left-hander. And it's all very close in the mid-pack. Let's have a look at the front of the field. We've got Blaine with a slight buffer to his teammate Hartman, who's fighting with Darkar for second place. Blaine going a bit wide, but does seem to get away with it. So we've now got a 1-2. We now got a Agin Racing Squad, and I have to remember these names. I have to memorize his team names. So we've got the Agin Squad 1-2 right now, with Darkar in the the Dar North team car just a little bit further behind. Is Blaine going a bit wide coming out of the corner? Could maybe get a penalty for that, or just a warning, I'm not sure. It's gone away with it. We've got a four-way scrap for the lead right now, as Little Ollie seems to be getting involved as well for the race lead. As the top four are already breaking away from the rest, so it seems like those four guys will be fighting for the lead as it stands right now. Look at this, very close between them. Ooh, Blaine and Darkar got called out, they got a penalty, and now the Temi is catching up to Blaine and overtaking Blaine again. So now our four-way scrap has gone down to a two-way scrap for the lead, with Little Aldi in the Cross Autosport car fighting with Hartman for the race lead. A Little Aldi, of course, having a certain connection to his car, as he drove the Cross Autosport car in the former Open Hangout Racing League that existed until 2018. The Cross car being one of the OHR cars that made their way into this game. So I believe Aldi won the last championship in OHR with this car, with the Cross Autosport car. So yeah. And now he seems to be in the lead, as Hartman just made a mistake. I think Hartman can just tuck back in the slipstream and catch back up. Meanwhile, we've got a four-way scrap going on for third place between Blaine, AG, Upper Key and Darkar down in second place. Never mind, he's now in fourth place. That's fine. We've got the Temi a little bit further behind. Oh, we got a penalty going wide. Alpha Common, now he has been overtaken by RX, who seems to also be cutting a corner. He may get a warning for that. No, he isn't. So now we've got the Temi and RX fighting for 7th place. We've got Splastar in the slipstream a little bit further back, and then there's a large gap to the two Hellas cars, with Anthony's and Leon really far down the order, really far away from the rest of the guys. As now we've got, look at the gap between the two guys. Just a moment ago they were even coming into going through a mid sector So they were even for a moment there, and now it is little Audi in the lead. Looks like those two are going to have a battle for most of the race. Meanwhile, Darkar has found his way back up into third place again, with Blaine running a little bit wide. And Opakui not too far behind. Let me know how to pronounce that name actually. I believe it's French. That would be my guess. So it's something like, oh, Aldi got a penalty. So now Hartmann has got a breakaway from the rest of the guys. A 3-second gap right now. That Aldi got a pretty serious penalty right there. And now he finds himself down in 5th place. Which is going to be, yeah, 5th place. 4th place, I'm sorry. Well, a little bit further down in the field, we've got the Temi, a little bit lagging here, having a battle, having a scrap with AG for 6th place. But yeah, it seems like Division 1 is proving to be just as competitive as Division 2 was yesterday. A lot of guys being very close to each other, fighting for a lot of battles going on for multiple positions. Right now we've got only Hartmann who's got quite a bit of a breakaway, but from there we've got P2 and P3 battling it out. And then a little further back we've got a 4-man battle for P4 as Opakui just took a penalty right there. So if to anyone who's new to this game, who's unfamiliar with the game, if you run wide, if you gain advantage, or if you run wide and you don't slow down enough, then you get a slowdown penalty from the game, and that can cost you, as we've seen with a few guys already, it can cost you quite a bit if you make mistakes. So it's very important to keep your car on the track at all times, otherwise it could cost you a couple of positions in this race. The Temi very wide, AG also wide. Could cause some issues for them later on. If you can also get warnings for track extending if the game deems you to not have gained that much time or barely anything from going off the track. Then you will still be alright. Then you just get a warning, but those warnings do add up. So if you've got a couple of warnings, then you eventually will get a penalty. So now it seems like Darkar, no, they were already fighting for P2. Blaine has got a little breakaway from Darkar right now, trying to break the slipstream. There's 1.5 seconds between the two guys, so Darkar, I think, barely has slipstream, and he's got some work to do to catch back up to Blaine, who is closing the gap to his teammate in 1st place. Let's have a look again at the battle for P5 between AG and Little Audi. Little Audi seems to have surged ahead for now. Gaining through this nil section, trying to get a good run out of it. Really closing the slipstream. I think he may be able to overtake Aldi as they come down the straight. No, never mind. Looks like Aldi is staying out for now. Ooh, AG going wide. That could be. Yeah, he got a penalty for going wide there. An example of kind of the brutality of the corner cutting system. You can't really afford to make stupid mistakes by running off the track. This game is really punishing when it comes to that, making sure that no one gets away with corner cutting. Meanwhile, we're watching Blaine, as I believe he is now comfortably in the slipstream of Hartmann, or did Hartmann cheekily slow down a little bit to give his teammate the slipstream? Because if you are teammates, then you could use the slipstream. You can keep slipstreaming each other, giving each other the tow to build a gap to the rest of the guys. But fortunately for them, that would require them to get rid of Darkar, who also is now in the slipstream of Blaine at the moment. Right now we've got Audi quite comfortably in P4, so the battle for P4 seems to have settled. This is Grid is starting to spread out a little bit. Let's have a look on board with Opaki right now, driving for the Oppa X Racing team. As we've got an exchange for the lead between Hartman and Lane and Darker now within a second of the two guys. It's going to get interesting as the race carries on. Three-way scrap. Let's have a look at this. Look at this. All the top three guys really close to each other. You could cover them with a blanket at this point. This could be an interesting battle to watch as the race unfolds. We're now almost 6 laps into this race, which means we are 1/4 through this race. There's still a long way to go for those guys. Plenty of time to either put in some heroic lap times or to make a crucial mistake that could put you out of the running for the lead. Meanwhile, let's have a look if we have a battle for the back. It doesn't look like it, so we are going to go back to our race leaders. Very close look at this. Unfortunately, Ian seems to have some lag issues, which would explain why he is really far down the order right now. So he's about to DNF. Let's have a look back at the chat again. There's, of course, there's a battle for P1 going on right now. The stream seems to be having issues again. I'm not sure if anyone could confirm the chat that the stream is still up and running as normal. I would love to know if the stream is still functioning as intended. Meanwhile, let's continue watching as Hartman's running a little bit wide. Could get in trouble for that. Doesn't look like it. So close between the three guys still. There's now Hartman and Blaine running side by side for the lead. Going pretty much even at the moment. Excuse me if I'm struggling to speak it up a little bit because it's pretty dang warm where I am right now. It's not easy to commentate when quite a lot is going on and it is pretty dang warm. Okay, stream is running, that's good. So, Hartman and Blaine got a small breakaway from Darkheart, but Darkheart should still be able to hang on in the slipstream of Hartman, especially if Hartman's going to make mistakes like that. This race is definitely not over, either of these three guys can win. And together they seem to be pulling away from Aldi, who is sitting in 4th place right now. Ooh, playing about Wi-Fi. Ooh, that's not good. If he disconnects, that would be a huge shame. That would really change a few things in this battle. And I think because the top three guys are slipstreaming each other, I think they are pulling away from Aldi because of that. Let's look at the gaps as they are soon going to come onto the main straight. Let's see how much of a difference that makes. Blaine lost slipstream. He lost a slipstream actually. He fell really far back, seemingly having issues with his internet right now, which is a shame. But let's have a look at let's see how much difference slipstream makes. Let's see, it's now 7.9, almost 8. Yeah, barely makes a difference because there are no exchanges for the lead, I believe. Let's see. Yeah. Starting losing time right now because of the slipstream. Now I've got Darkheart in the lead in front of two very hungry Agin racing cars. Let's have a look at more with Blaine. Let's see if he can catch back up to the race leaders. Blaine taking really good lines here, using all the space available to him without leaving track, so props to him for that. Looks like he's slightly closing back up to Hartman again. So he's going to, I think he's going to have a little bit of slipstream down straight, not too much, as Hartman is still, himself is slipstreaming dark hard for the race lead as he now moves up into the lead of this race. And Aldi losing a lot of time to the race leader, so it doesn't look like he's going to be able to fight for the podium in this race. So look more with, let's see if there's another battle going on. There's a three-way fight going on for P6 between the Temi, Opiqui and Splestar. Opiqui running wide, coming out of the chicane. Could be in trouble for that, doesn't seem to be in trouble for now. Taking a really wide relays apex, which seems to pay off. Actually, he's getting a really good run out of that fast right-hander. Now running pretty much even with Splestar, as I think the Temi is slightly breaking away from the two red cars. Opiqui once again running a bit wide. Does seem to be getting away with that. Opiqui, what was that then? What was that then? That seems a little bit too good to be true, how much time he just managed to gain by leaving the track there. Let's keep an eye on him for now. AG actually, Splestar actually, no, it's AG, I'm sorry, not too far ahead as well, so maybe those three guys can work together to catch up to AG. Who, for now, is sitting pretty comfortably in P5. Opiqui lost some ground to Splestar and the Temi. I think he just has the slipstream. I hope for him that he will be able to still utilize the slipstream to catch back up to the guys ahead of him. Meanwhile, let's have a look at the bound in front. Blaine still barely hanging on in the slipstream of the two guys ahead of him. Still trying to make up the time. Of course, the top guys here being very close to the limits on this track, so if you want to try to catch up a top ranked player, fellow top ranked player, then it's going to be very difficult. Oh, got a penalty, then you have to go that little bit extra, but that comes at the cost of potentially getting a penalty if you try to push too much. And Leon Dabbs unfortunately disconnected from the race. It seems he's now back, but isn't able to race right now, so that's his race over, unfortunately, which leaves Anthony's as the last car running in last place. Opiqui just took another little penalty, losing ground to the guys ahead of him, so he's got some work to do if he wants to get back in the fight for P6. Got a battle going on between Splastar and the Temi for P6. Meanwhile, it looks like things at the front seem to have calmed down a little. It looks like Blaine is 3 seconds back on his teammate, so he's not going to get that slipstream right now. So if he doesn't, oh yeah, he of course got a penalty. I forgot about that. He got a penalty. Only complaining about getting screwed. AG's catching up to him at the moment, so may have gotten a few penalties, lost some ground. It's not looking too good for him right now, as he is going to be under pressure from AG in 5th place. So now there's an exchange for the lead between Hartman and Dakar. Hartman back into the lead. We're now over halfway through this race. We've got 11 laps remaining out of 23. Let's have a look more with Hartman as he's chasing down our race leader. Oh, what's this? Oh, Aldi just retired. Not happy with the penalty system, clearly. Hartman just got, oh, that may be battle for first place over. Hartman got a little penalty. Right there. We've still got a battle going on for P5, meanwhile, between Splastar and the Temi. Which also, because of all these retirement, that promotes AG into 4th place. Ooh, the Temi going wide. Got a 3-way fight for Upperquay is called up back to Splastar and the Temi, it seems. So we've now got a 3-way scrap for P5 at the moment. Seems like things at the top have settled down. Dakar having a little breakaway from Hartman and Blaine in 2nd and 3rd place respectively. Right now let's focus on the battle for P5. Temi a little bit cutting right there. A little slow down. Upperquay making a move for P5. Now Spencer's getting back past again by the slipstream. The Temi also looking to get involved, trying to pass both guys. He has passed both guys again. To move up into 6th place, 5th place for now, as the leaderboard is trying to correct itself. Now we have the correct positions on our leaderboard. It takes a little while for it to correct itself. Upperquay getting a good run out of the chicane and making a run for P5. So it looks like Opakui has fallen back a little bit from the battle for P5, so that leaves Splash and Detemi to fight out between each other. Splash are going a bit wide again. Now Hartman is doing his best. I think he's closed the gap a little bit to Darkar now, has a little bit of slipstream, not too much. So he may be able to slowly crawl back to Darkar to resume their battle for the lead, and also Blaine not too far back. So maybe if those two guys could close up again, this could be really interesting going into the final couple of laps of this race. If I were the purple guys, Agin Racing Squad, then I would, if I were Hartman, I would slow down. Maybe, oh, never mind, he's now in the slipstream of Darkar. But if Hartman would be slightly outside the slipstream, I would have considered trying to tell my teammate slow down a little bit to allow my teammate to get in the slipstream, and both try to work together to catch up against back to Darkar. Now it looks like Hartman has done that. It's called back up to Darkar, and now we're going to have the battle for P1 again. We've now got 7 laps to go still in this race. Plenty of time for mistakes, plenty of time for people to catch up if they are a little bit further back. Yeah, let's have a look. Let's have a quick look down the order a little bit. We've got AG and P4. The Temi has pulled away from Splasso. It's dropped down. He's now in battle with Opakui. So the Temi, it looks like Splasso may have made a mistake in the last couple of laps, because now he is no longer battling for P5, but he's battling for P6 now with Opakui. Ooh, Hartman got a penalty. Or is he slowing down? I think he got a penalty. So now Blaine is through. Maybe those guys, or maybe Hartman did slow down and they may have been listening to me. Who knows? But now the two Agin Racing Squad guys have the opportunity to give each other slipstream to catch back up into Darkar, but it will be quite an ask, because the gap right now from Blaine to Darkar is 2.5 seconds. So they have some work to do. Good job as Hartman. Hartman got a penalty. Maybe that plan ruined. Just running a little bit too wide, coming out of the final corner. Six laps to go. It's relatively close to the top. Unfortunately, Hartman made a mistake, so he's now finding himself in third place, quite far away from first place. So it's looking pretty rough for him at the moment to try to take back that first place from Darkar. We've got a battle going on for 6th place between Splash Star and Opakui. Getting back past Splash Star for 6th place. Nicholas Babsenko, I believe the Temi not too far ahead as well, so Temi has to keep. Oh, penalty for Opakui, a little bit too wide, so that has cost him a lot of time. Oh sure, I didn't look like he made this a big corner cut. Didn't look like it, so a bit unlucky for him there. Must have track extended a little bit too much to get a penalty. Hartman now 6 seconds back. Seems to definitely be out of the running for the race win right now. Probably going to try to cruise home to take home the final spot on the podium. Now Blaine is up into the lead. I'm not sure if Darka made a mistake. He may have. Not so sure. But now we've got a battle. Now it's game on for P1 in this race. I think Darka did make a mistake because Hartman's also a little bit closer now to him. So now we've got a battle going on for the race win between Darka and Blaine. Now Darka in the slipstream of Blaine, about to cross the line for the third last time, I believe, the fourth last time. We've now got 4 laps remaining in this race. And Blaine and Darka now duking out for the lead as there's a lap car. Ooh, Darka just got a penalty. This could be a disaster for him. Now he needs to pick up the pace again and start pushing to keep that slipstream of Blaine, who is getting a little bit of slipstream himself as he is now overtaking Anthony. He's now lapping Anthony's. So now Darka, oh, he disconnected. What happened to him? What happened to him? Oh wow. Okay, that's not good. Having a few disconnections this session. That's really unfortunate. Damn, that sucks. That really sucks. So that leaves the Agin squad in the lead. And now they're looking at an easy 1-2. A really shame because we've had a really close battle for the win, but yeah, we now unfortunately have to watch Darka moving down the order, now down in 7th. Oh wow. That's really unfortunate. That's going to cost him quite a lot of points in the championship. He's probably not too happy about this. Real shame. Damn. Let's see if we've got any battles. We don't have any on-track battles right now. Every one of the remaining runners are spread out right now. So now we've got AG on the podium. We've got the Temi in 4th, Splashed up into 5th place, and Uppercree in 6th place. So we now have got. We started out with 11 cars. Now we've got 8 cars remaining. Lean Daps, I believe, either disconnected or just retired. They'd already manually retired, and Darka disconnected. I'm sorry, Leon did disconnect actually. So 3 retirements in this race, not that great actually. And this leaves Blaine in the lead. He is likely to take home the W for this first race with Hartman 6 seconds back. Now let's have a look at what with the Temi, who is 3 seconds behind AG, who has been promoted up into 3rd place after a couple of DNFs from 2 guys ahead of him. But it's not over yet. We've got just under 3 laps remaining, and we've got a little battle going on between. Or there's still the Temi just 3 now. Yeah, just 3 seconds back. Trying to close that gap to perhaps steal that final spot on the podium. Ooh, the Temi got penalty. That could be that challenge over. Got Splastar a further 3 seconds back, and Upper Crete a further 3 seconds back from Splastar. And Blaine now has started the final lap of this race. We've got 1 lap remaining. He's sitting comfortably in first place right now with Hartmann 4.5 seconds further back, his teammate. We've got AG in third place, 3 seconds up the road from the Temi. We've got Splastar 4 seconds back from the Temi. And we've got Upper Crete in 6th place. It doesn't really look like, unless anyone Blaine slowing down, Hartmann is really catching up now, so this could be interesting between the teammates. Maybe Blaine did slow down or made a mistake. I'm not too sure, but this could get interesting for the lead on the final lap of this race. Let's keep watching Hartmann as he is slowly closing the gap to his teammate. I think he's just a little bit too far back from Blaine to steal the victory, but you never know, anything could happen still. So the final lap, even though time is running out, we are now approaching the final sector of this track. Yes, time is running out for Hartmann. He is getting within a second though, so he's slightly closing the gap, but I don't think it's going to be enough for him to take the win unless he gets a lot of slipstream, but I don't think that will happen, so that will leave Blaine in first place, coming through the final corner to take the first Division 1 victory of this race. So we've got our X slowing down to finish his race 1 lap earlier. Hartmann comes in second to make it a 1-2 for the Agin Racing Squad. Now we're waiting for AG to finish. Ooh, that's the Temi not too far behind. He made a couple of mistakes, so could he be in trouble? I don't think he is. I think he's just a little bit too far ahead for the Temi to do anything about his third place, unless he makes a mistake. Looking good coming out of the final corner. The Temi really closing in, but it looks like AG will just about hang on to take the final podium spot. And the Temi going home on P4. Splastar is going to claim P5, and Upper Crete coming home into 6th place, and RX finishing 1 lap down. Now I'm going to end the stream because I have to go somewhere else right now. Let me screenshot everything. Then I'm going to end the stream, so see you next race. I'm a little bit in a hurry. Goodbye.